Well, hello everyone and welcome to another Workbench special. And this evening we're looking at the rather lovely Hornby S15. Now you might wonder why. Well, what I've noticed is after it's been running for a little while, it suddenly slows down a little bit and then maybe speeds up again and then slows down. Yet, as you can see, she runs super smooth. There doesn't appear to be anything wrong with the mechanism. So, with the help of the members on the RMweb forum, I've come up with a few things to check. Now, like all modern locos, this is a DCC ready. The DCC chip is in here and the wires go through to the loco. And the motor is apparently a 5-pole double flywheel motor. And it sounds okay. I did notice a tiny bit of heat when it had been running for a while. Nothing massive, only with the sort of bottom lip test on the top of the boiler. So one of the first things we're going to do using the electrical meter there is to find out how much electricity the loco is drawing, how much current it's drawing, and this will give us an idea of if the problem is mechanical or electrical. I'm suspecting electrical. I will just say that this is yet again another brand new Hornby locomotive with possible quality control issues. I've had only one this year, 2017 this is, one new Hornby locomotive, which was the Railroad 9F, the Crosty Boiler 9F, which has had no problems whatsoever. Every other new Hornby locomotive has had issues. So let's get this on the test jig and see what's happening. The electric meter is in circuit. Obviously we come out of the controller through the meter into the loco, and the other side just goes straight to the controller's other terminal. So we'll start our turning. And you see it's quite smooth. Currently reading 240 milliamps, which might be expected for a modern locomotive. Now if I rub my finger on it and give her some work to do, hey presto, it goes up. So we're just going to run her and see if the slowdown occurs. There we are, you can hear it blipping. And look. Every time the loco slows down, the current goes up, and I've noticed 380 milliamps. Yeah, she's slowing down there. There's 380 milliamps. This is on decimal scale, so it does read 380 because I can only read up to 200 or then up to 10 amp scale. That's what we're on. So something's definitely going on. Just try the other way around. Actually getting a little bit more free running there. It dropped down to 240. There it goes, 230. Ooh! And she suddenly sped right up, and we dropped down to 120 milliamps. Which is really quite good for modern motors. So what? Oh, there it binds again. Something strange going on, I think you'll agree. So all we can do is begin opening. Now we're going to have a look at the DCC plug-in socket that's in the tender first, and if we don't find anything there, we'll be going into the loco to see what's happening there. Opening the tender. You have one screw in. Tip it so you can see it in there. You can see it's been removed. The other one, you have to take the screw out of the bogie pivot, and there's another screw just like that underneath there. With the screws removed, the body lifts off, and we put that to one side. And here is the innards. You can see there's a place for a speaker there, and we've got the DCC chip, a couple of capacitors on there. There's actually quite a few components, but I'm going to have a good close look at them and see what's going on. Okay, we're looking at the underside of the DCC socket area. I'm not sure how much the camera will be picking up, but there's a particularly nasty solder joint there and here where it hasn't even adhered, and so I'm just going to reflow those joints just to see if that's an issue. Okay, just looking a bit closer, I don't know if the camera is going to see this, but there is a strand of wire that goes between there, and it shouldn't do. That'd be a potential short circuit. It's a really nasty bit of wiring, bad soldering job. So I'm going to tidy all this up and then we'll test the loco again just to see if this is the cause of the problem. Okay, well, I've got it back on test. I've removed what they call Satan's plug, but unfortunately the loco is still varying in different speeds. So whilst that was bad and really bad electronics work, it obviously isn't the cause of the problem. So unfortunately we've got to open the loco and see what's going on in there. You have to remove the front bogie to get out the body screw there. The front bogie just screws in there. Put it aside somewhere safe. Rear body screw, nice and easy, comes out there. Okay, and this is what we have inside. So we do indeed have a double flywheel and a little worm drive there for a pinion. Lots of oil slopping around inside. What those white marks are on there. We'll have a look at those in a minute. Now, so I'm going to have a good look and see if I can find anything obvious. Okay, what I've done is remove the worm drive. It just unclips there. And apart from the fact that they hadn't really got any of their sort of waxy grease on the worm, it just slides out. So I've now isolated the motor completely, and I'll now be able to test the wheels to see if there's any stiffness in those, or possibly within the gear chain. So I'm just going to do a little bit difficult with the camera trying to do this, but as you can see, it is completely free running mechanism, and the only drag there will probably be the pickup pressure. So I don't think it's a mechanical problem. So I'm now running the motor alone, and sadly what I can hear from that is that it is the motor that's got the problem. It's varying in speed, and it's currently drawing to 20 milliamps. As we know, under load it was down to 120, but I'm not sure if you can hear that. There it goes. We're really bad. I'm going to check the connections to the motor, but I don't really think it's going to be that. I think we've got a duff motor. Oh, look at him go. Down to 80 milliamps now, look. So I'll have a little look, but to me it sounds like, I don't know, brushes or something like that, but it's definitely something to do with the motor. Not particularly warm. Okay, I've got the motor out, as you can see. It comes out ever so easy actually. There's nothing that I can see. It's got to be a defect with the brushes or the windings or something like that. So it's either a send back the whole loco or see if Hornby will send me a new motor.